Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Steelers coming in at 5-0, going up against the Broncos, who come in at 5-0. So with that, let's get up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. That'll bring up second down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Lawrence Timmons come from a long line of productive Florida State players. And when I say productive, I usually mean spectacular.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing right, and that's complete. No gain, and it's second down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Sammy Coates has it complete. And he's brought down. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
A former first-round selection, Bradley Roby, is comfortable whether covering in the slot or outside the numbers.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. On second down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Steelers. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down following the run. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Green. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Now they try the right side here. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunton. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Adams has it complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run? In the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught at the 3. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their big tight end. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And a loose football. And he's got room. It's picked. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And he's got it up and through. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Time to step aside. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down, Denver.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on second down and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense showing blitz. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on and now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Brought in by Coates. Sammy Coates off to the races. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sammy Coates, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. does well for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The left side throw complete to Adams. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Watching now, Barney!
Play clock winding down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. They'll set up to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And this is caught by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the off? It got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check 26, check 26. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that brings up 4th down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And able to find Green. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Roethlisberger looking to throw. Flush to his right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. And a give this time to the tailback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds his target, Fuller. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Jeremy Butler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. They'll look to throw again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And McManus able to put it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Green alone out to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it's a 1st down for the Broncos. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They come out here in the eye. The play clock's running down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to lose yards. They take it. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First and goal here from the 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On second down, Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. This is Bell on the dump off. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
He's got time in the pocket. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd and 4. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert, then get that onside kick. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that run has to... Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Let's go. Blue 30.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field. You